Hi, I'm Eric. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make my Alfredo sauce. Super easy, super simple, and super impressive to your friends and family. Stick of butter. This is a salted stick of butter. We're gonna let that melt, and then we'll add the cream in a little bit. Garlic powder, more than you think. I really like using truffle salt these days on pretty much everything that we use. Good Lord. This is my first video. It's hard. You know, I talk to people all day. Not a problem. Meetings all day. Not a problem. Teams calls all day. Not a problem. Trying to think of what to say just to say hello? Big problem. All right. Let me get me a silicone spoon here. All right, the butter's starting to melt, as you can see. All right, let me double check that. Oh yeah. Okay, we're going to turn it down to medium low. We're going to finish melting this butter out. Cool about the Alfredo sauce is I used to own a couple pizza restaurants here in Mississippi, and one of the most popular items we had was our surf and turf pizza or our shrimp Alfredo pizza, where we had this Alfredo sauce as the base. And it came with shrimp, and you know, you could put onions or whatever you want. But we would also take the Philly steak meat. We'd cook some, pre-prep some Philly steak meat, so you'd have steak and shrimp. Basically, you'd have steak and shrimp. So it was pretty good. The meat was just salt, pepper, and Worcestershire sauce, and then some Philly steak meat. Okay, back to the recipe. Don't flop it everywhere. It just got all over me. So 1 quart. 1 quart of heavy whipping cream and 1 stick of salted butter, and we're gonna let that come up till it starts steaming, and then we'll add the cheese ever so slightly. We got steam. It's time to mix in the cheese. If I could find a whisk. I don't have a whisk. We will use this spoon. All right, so I don't really measure this particularly, but if you wanted a base to start with, I would say do a cup and then add more than you want. I also didn't add a lot of salt yet because this cheese will have some salt, and then we'll season the taste at the end to see if we got it to where we wanted it. I like to add a little bit at a time, just so it doesn't get clumpy and it can all melt, even though that's a huge clump right there. Crap. You know, where I'm from, I've done a good bit of cookings around the town and this and that, and this is definitely the most requested thing that they ask. So my plan for this channel is to start with the basics, like the Alfredo sauce and, you know, bacon and how to boil rice right. And then we'll go from there. We'll do some pizzas. We'll do some Filipino stuff. If you ever met a Filipino redneck, this is me. Have you ever seen a Filipino redneck? This is he. All right, keep adding cheese. There we go. There we go. Now, cut the heat down. Here's a fun fact. I think my wife said yes because of this Alfredo sauce. Could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. See how it's thick? It's coating that spoon. We're almost there. Look. See that? Like Moses parting the Red Sea, baby. All right, I got a pound or a package of fettuccine noodles, cooked, rinsed, not rinsed, just drained. So if you're keeping up with the ratios for the recipe, which I'll put it on the screen somewhere if I figure it out, this is my first video, we'll do 1 quart of cream, 1 stick of butter, one pound of noodles, and that'll feed your family. Not only will that'll feed a lot of people. This will go for several days. What's cool with this is you can add whatever meat you want. If you keep it stock just like this, then you can cook meat on the side. Let's say you got extra piece of steak from going out to eat, or you got some chicken breast left from meal prepping. You just add this to it and be good to go. All right, I've got the heat off. All I'm gonna do is mix this together, do one more taste test, and this recipe is ready to go. Also note, this was all in one pot, except the noodles. As a family of 4 with 2 girls, me and my wife, we just, when we're both working, we just really don't like washing dishes. So the least amount of pots as possible is what we're gonna do. Okay, all right, that's done. See you in a minute. All right, here it is. Basic Alfredo sauce. A good staple and a good foundation for moving forward on this channel. If you enjoyed it, please like it. Please comment on it. Tell me if I do better or not. Please subscribe to the channel. I got plenty more recipes coming on. I pray for you and your family, and I hope you guys have a great evening.